getting ready for a big game 5. The people been asking for it. It's about that time. And let me tell you, it's not a PEP talk. It's a PECK, P-E-C-K talk. Coach, you got the floor.
Let's do it. Look. Connecticut, Minnesota, you've both been to the finals, but tonight, only one is going to advance. Here's my question. Are you going to whine or are you going to work? Oh, because this is going to be a battle tonight. See, Minnesota, here's what you got to do. You cannot take for granted that you are at home. You got to play with a sense of urgency and give the home crowd what they want. Yes. Connecticut, you can't be confused and say, I've been there, done that before. You've got to stay intentional. You've got to stay locked in and try to keep that crowd out of this game. Yes. See, this is what it really is going to take. First and foremost, what team is going to defend, going to stay locked in, going to know the game plan? Then it's going to be the team of who is going to be willing to finish through contact. Not crying to the officials, but go through and be strong. And when you're open from the three-point line, who can knock down the big three? Right. And last, and most importantly, rebounding. Rebounding wins championships. Well, you got to get through this game in order to get to the finals. See, this is it. Who is going to be locked in? Who is going to do what needs to be done? Well, this is the reality. Oh, my bad. But this is the reality. This is game 5. Yep. It's win or go home. Oh,
come on. I need the fire coming back off the screen. I love that, Coach. That's why you got that championship ring on your finger. Because
the bling is blinging. The bling is blinging. Look, I'm right there with you. I mean, you have an opportunity to go to the WNBA finals. I mean, this team, the Minnesota Lynx, knows what championships are. But you know, it's interesting because I feel like both teams in this circumstance are underdogs in some ways. People didn't expect them to be here, but they have an opportunity, and the stars are they're going to have to perform.
They are absolutely going to have to perform, the stars, but when it comes to the supporting cast, we said McBride, we talked about Ty Harris, Marina Mabry coming off the bench. Anyone else coming to the equation here?
Bonner has to get off to a quick start. I think it's important that she get off to a quick start and close out.
Popcorn season, let's go.
Let's go. All right, we'll send you out to Minneapolis. We'll see you guys at halftime. Enjoy.
Let's go. 2 points.
One last time. What you got? Connecticut and Minnesota playing winner-take-all game 5. Players show up when their backs are against the wall. All season long, it's been a physical series.
Game-5s are always hostile. We're ready, we're excited. This is what you want.
Leave it all out there. Our biggest thing is that we stay together. We know that we have something special here. We gotta go out there and fight for each other. That's why people cry when they win championships, because it's hard. I ain't gonna lie. This was do or die. To get to the promised land, to be successful, you do have to experience adversity. It's about not being denied. We've been playing for our lives, so we have to play with that level of intensity. Backs against the wall, we gotta win. Welcome to ESPN's coverage of the 2024 WNBA playoffs presented by Google. We are in Minneapolis, Minnesota, where the Lynx and the Connecticut Sun will play one more game in what has been a nip and tuck semifinal series. Everybody's ready to play and everybody to watch. Alyssa Thomas and the Sun trying to get to their 5th finals. Nafisa Collier trying to get Minnesota back to their first final since their last title in 2017. One thing we do know, they're going to Brooklyn. New York was able to take care of the 2-time defending champion Las Vegas Aces in 4 games. Game 1 will be day after tomorrow on ESPN. But first, we have a lot of business to get to. Pam Ward, Monica McNutt, and Angel Gray. These 2 teams are so close. 7 games, including the regular season. Only 1 point separates them. Connecticut has scored 1 point more. What do you think will be the difference tonight?
All right, tonight I'm watching the 3-point line. When you look at the teams that have won, they are usually the team that shoot the 3 better in this matchup. However, it's not just about the offense. It's about what the 3-point line represents. Both teams hang their hat on defense, and they want to be aggressive and pushing their opponent out away from the 3-point line so that they are spread out and not executing their offense efficiently.
Yeah, the Lynx really disappeared in three-point shooting in the last game. They're going to need more tonight. Let's go over to Angel Gray to talk about this importance of a long season coming down to one game.
This is the winner-take-all game, ladies and gentlemen. Coming into this one for both sides. Yourself, I don't want to divide in different ways. Starting with Connecticut, this is their sixth consecutive semifinal appearance, so they're leading from their experience. Melissa Thomas and Wnba. They had a combined 11 double-doubles in winner-take-all games. So that's why I said they bring a different gear in these scenarios. Where the recovery message to her squad is, don't think about losing the big games. Think about winning the big moments in the big possessions. And tonight with Courtney Williams was an athlete as well. It starts on the defensive end. When we share the ball, that's when we're playing at our best. We cannot divert from that.
It was incredible, Angel, as you saw the graphic. 7 straight games in the WNBA. Winner-take-all games have been won by road teams. That is Connecticut's second straight game. Ty Harris is in the starting lineup, coming back from an ankle injury. She was brilliant with a postseason career of 20 and 4. And for the Minnesota Lynx, same starting 5 we have seen throughout the playoffs. Lisa Collier, Defensive Player of the Year and runner-up to the incomparable Asia Wilson for Most Valuable Player. This place is jam-packed. People are on their feet to see who will play New York in the finals. Connecticut Sun franchise still looking for their first championship. They've won the most playoff games of any WNBA team without a title. Away we go. The Lynx in the black uniforms get the ball first. Courtney Williams, her energizer, as the lead guard. And right away, Thomas guarding Collier. Wnba also guarded her son back in game 4.
Yeah, they both present different challenges as defenders, but watch the activity in the paint. Paint scoring was hugely important to Connecticut, dropping 50 paint points in their victory in game 4.
Thomas tried to get it over to Bonner. It went off of her hands. Courtney Williams got into foul trouble early in game 4, and as Cheryl Reeves said to us, understatedly, it wasn't ideal. Tisha Heidemann was able to come in and performed well, but Williams really, the free agent signee, has been a big difference maker for this team. Nye Harris took off the ankle brace that had been on her right foot before the game on Sunday. Bree Jones hits from the baseline.
And Bree Jones has come along steady over the course of this series. Her last 2 games have been far more productive than what she had in games 1 and 2.
In game 3, she exploded for 21 points. And there's McBride attacking the paint.
McBride working off of the right side, coming down, or excuse me, the left side, and then attacking off the curl aggressively. Again, paint scoring is going to be hugely important.
McBride in her 4th year here at Minnesota. Collier and Carlton in their 6 seasons. The Lynx veterans as far as longevity with this franchise. Harris feeling so confident now.
It feels to start this ball game a little tenuous. That's a terrific shot by Ty Harris. She said the mid-range game is where she feels most confident, but you can tell both teams trying to size one another up a little bit.
Bonner now switching over and is on Collier defensively. Savannah Smith and Bree Jones tangled up a little bit in the paint. McBride this time tries to reverse. And Jones was able to get it up to Thomas. Harris spots it, drops it.
I'm not sure that that will count as a transition point, but it's a terrific early score early in the shot clock, pushing the ball and being decisive with confidence.
Ty Harris is so consistent from 3. There's Williams, the mid-range jumper aficionado in this league. 58% of her points came from mid-range during the regular season. By far the most in the league. The highest percentage in the league. Thomas and Collier, there you go. To the best. Bree Jones with the big putback.
Bree Jones' presence and timing is so important to what the Sun want to do.
Jones with the Achilles injury last June of 2023. Took her a while to get her herself back to where she wanted to be this season.
So one thing to note on this last possession, though, is where the Sun are in help defense. But then here's a look at Bree Jones. Alyssa Thomas and Nafisa Collier, respectively, have taken the most shots in the restricted area. But Bree Jones working her way in there, keeping that ball high, getting an easy putback shoot.
Shot clock winding down. Courtney Williams with the three.
Terrific execution on the inbounds play. And Dejanay Carrington guarding Courtney Williams was a good switch in game 4, but that time Williams confident. She didn't take a ton of threes, but she did tell her she's added to her bag.
And she has shot more of them here in this semifinal series. Carrington, most improved player in the W this year. Gets it out to Bonner, who caught it, shot it, left it short. And Williams skies.
Look at Atlanta Smith running the floor.
Atlanta Smith, another big free agent pickup. Carlton misfires. Collier, as always, around the basketball. Got fouled.
I think Courtney Williams saw Nafisa Collier on the roll, was hesitant, but immediately Kayla McBride was on that wing and realized that one more swing was going to give Bridget Carlton a terrific look, where she has been very effective, shooting 40% plus from the three-point line.
WNBA Finals about 48 hours away. Thursday on ESPN Game 1. The winner of tonight's game will be at New York, 8 Eastern Time on ESPN. On Sunday on ABC. Game 2 from Brooklyn. Go to WNBA.com and the WNBA app. And you might have heard people booing in between free throws. And that's because Marina Mabry's in the game.
I'm glad you caught that, because I was like, what's that about?
That's a Mabry welcome here in Minnesota.
Well, this is the Ty Harris, Marina Mabry effect, right? Marina Mabry can come and be your punch off the bench with Ty Harris returning to the starting lineup. And bench points have been critical for what the Lynx have done, and now the Sun have a counter.
And Mabry started a couple of games at Harris Hinton after she sprained her ankle in the very first game of the playoffs. Collier, a little bit too strong, but she hunts the rebound. Carlton, 0 for 2. She struggled from outside in game 4. But look at Nafisa Collier. Your best player just hustle.
The activity, I mean, that's one full-on offensive rebound, and depending on this possession, another hustle point by your star, the defensive player of the year. Bridget Carlton's got a beautiful jump shot. She's going to have to continue to let that thing fly with confidence as you see Collier getting on the ground.
Carlton missed 9 of her 11 threes on Sunday. Finished with just 6 points. They had been hitting at a 38% clip before that drop-off, and I guess they need the Canadian sharpshooter to be sharp tonight. Collier kind of volleyballed it back to McBride. And poked away by Bonner. That's something that Collier said Bonner did very well in game 4 and wanted to be more cognizant of keeping the ball away from him.
Yeah, she's got a tremendous wingspan that is Bonner. She's not necessarily going to bully ball you with strength as a defender, but she is going to use her footwork and her length to really disrupt the handle.
And that length is the difference. When Thomas is on her, it's more power. Shot clock winding down, and then Smith was able to get fouled just as the shot clock was going to go off.
That connection, I'm not sure Courtney Williams realized entirely that the shot clock was at 5 when she inbounded the basketball, but both Atlanta and Courtney have talked about their connection going back to their days in Chicago. Atlanta talked about the confidence that Courtney gives her, and Courtney with her very southern drawl. That's my dog, for real.
Yeah, it's interesting when you talked in Smith, who is from Australia, born in Tasmania. Remember the Tasmanian Devil from the old Warner Brothers cartoon?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite characters.
There you go. We got the Tasmanian hero.
There you go.
For the Lynx.
There you go, the Tasmanian shot blocker.
Who has been big time blocking shots in this series. Smith picked up her first foul. Parker Thomas picked up her first foul on Smith. And that's a backcourt violation.
So I talked about this in our open panel, where offense is starting. That time, Connecticut did a great job of setting up on that three-point line. I think the defense of the screen disrupted the timing a little bit, so Ty Harris was late trying to get to that basketball, which resulted in a turnover.
Minnesota with the 1-point lead, have been down by as many as 5 in this quarter.
can't set drive-by screens in this matchup. These teams know each other too well. You're going to have to make contact.
So Carlton, who has missed a couple of threes in this game, drove this time.
Shooters got to shoot to stay high. Shooters got to shoot to get high. Sometimes as a shooter, you just need to see the ball go in the basket, even if it isn't on a jump shot. Great steal by Wnba Carrington. But terrific defense by the Lynx, collapsing on that. Carlton attacking from that corner. Corner threes are one of her specialties, but this time she puts it on the ground.
ESPN's coverage of the 2024 WNBA playoffs is presented by Google Pixel, the only phone engineered by Google, and in part by Gatorade, Is It In You, and Nike.
People always say,
it is what it is.
Until it isn't. Remember before AI when you had to type to search? And when you couldn't ask your phone to do this?
Put these restaurants on a map.
Huh. What about taking a photo and reimagining it? Man, remember when all phones pretty much did the same stuff? Until they didn't. Get the all-new Google Pixel 9 Pro phones at googlestore.com.
This is what joint pain looks like when you keep moving with Aleve. Just one Aleve, 12 hours of uninterrupted joint pain relief. Aleve, strength to last 12 hours.
If you want to stand for something greater, you have to run, jump, fall, and get back up again. To show that when you stand for something, it will stand forever. Gatorade. Is it in you?
Welcome to Stormy Heights, where the windows are always Pella. Pella's fiberglass is the strongest material for windows and patio doors. The fiberglass frame is even scratch and dent resistant. Pella Windows, tested for extremes, designed for your home.
Here in the W, we pride ourselves on having a super welcoming, calm, low-stakes environment.
This is playoff basketball. Here we go.
This is a place where basketball matters. If you love real basketball, welcome to the W. Basketball's fun.
Let's check out tonight's WNBA Fits, brought to you by Google. And we'll start off. Dejanay always seems to bring it.
This is terrific. Is this a jumpsuit or a skirt? Either way, I love it. I'm a fan. Hey, Dad, Papa Don, and Courtney Williams with her father. She copy and paste her dad's face. And then Fee giving us the black. Is this a knit look here? Little dimension. Oh, no, those are silver accessories on that look.
Like a thing you saw, search what you see using the Google app. Let's go over to Angel.
Well, I know you guys see Courtney Williams Jordan shorts as well. I say, you know what, what's going on here? She said, Angel, I'm locked in. And walked in with her dad as well. He said, I do not want to sit up in the stands. You know, he was removed from the court side. He's talking some trash to the opposing team, but he said, I'm right here. I'm locked in right now with the Lynx. He's been up the entire time.
Yeah, he was courtside in Connecticut for Game 3, but yep, they kicked him several rows back in Game 4, and he was yapping pregame to a lot of the Sun players and also during the game, and there's his little girl.
Energetic is Dad Don, and energetic is Courtney Williams.
Minnesota on a 10-0 run. They're down by 5, now up by 5, and Mabry silences the crowd momentarily.
Attacking off that screen, off that curl. Bridget Carlton did her best to recover, and Courtney Williams did a great job of helping and recovering as well, but Mabry, a smooth shooter.
Mabry, the only other son other than Harris and Bree Jones to have scored. Bonner and Thomas still scoreless. And that's a defensive 3-second call against Connecticut. Kayla McBride, one of the best free throw shooters in the history of the WNBA, steps to the line.
That is also, if you're the son, oh, they get a little lucky there. but I agree with Coach White. I was surprised to see that whistle because it's particularly in this series, both teams are so heavily focused on keeping one another out of the paint. The call is not incorrect, but again, like Coach Reed told us earlier in the series, call the game and allow us to adjust.
I believe that's the first one we've had in this series. McBride pushes back and gets her second basket. Smith with the defensive assignment on Thomas. And Ty Harris. Short. Two best defensive teams in the WNBA during the regular season. Smith pops out for a three. Buries it.
Just really well executed on the part of the Minnesota Lynx. Courtney Williams' aggressiveness is going to cause defenses to collapse. They executed well on that weak side, and Atlanta Smith pops hard freely, or pops freely.
Smith has hit 7 of her 13 threes in this series, but that's a Marina Mabry special as well.
Now remember, game 1, Mabry went off from the three-point line, hitting 6. Did I tell you about the three-point line in this ball game, Pee Wee?
It is.
Let me get out the umbrella.
Procrastination.
Come on now, it's raining threes.
Carrington off glass.
In the last 2 ball games, though, in this series, Carrington has been much better about a willingness to attack.
McBride, 2 in a row.
Kayla McBuckets is what they call her. It's never too early to get hot from the three-point line. K-Mac already with 2 of them things.
BK Royal Crispy Wraps. Eat it with the meal or have it as a snack. Only $2.99. It's a hunger hack and it fits in one hand. And BK, have it your way.
I know I've messed up in the past, but I want to say this to the family. From now on, there will be $0
delivery fee.
What?
With Dash Pass, you pay $0 delivery fee on DoorDash.
Is that what you were going to say?
No,
Guess how much I paid on delivery fee for this dinner and wine?
0. A toast to 0.
Dash Pass, your door to $0 delivery fees. DoorDash.
To her team after Minnesota has just made 6 straight shots, and you see Minnesota on that big run. They've made 4 of their 7 threes tonight. Remember, they had 9 in the first half in game 4, but just 1 of 12 in the second half after hitting 9 in the first half.
So this period, this stretch, going into the second quarter is going to be important. Both Alyssa Thomas and Ty Harris told us that in terms of the core of their group, as if you get a great take from AT, the core of this Suns group is different from last year in the way that they can respond to runs in adversity and their sense of urgency. So we'll see if they respond and demonstrate that here.
Now, they certainly did it in game 4 back on their home court. They were down by as many as 10 points and came back to win it. And the fans are thrilled because Marina Mabry just got called for the foul. Mabry, with a lot of chippiness. It was game 2 of this series when McBride was called for technical, for a little extra curricular on Mabry. And the fans here remember that. Mabry's not going to back down. Neither is McBride. Mabry almost forced the turnover.
Terrific help for Veronica Burton.
Bonner comes up with the rebound. Lana Bonner has the most defensive rebounds in the history of any WNBA playoff performer. Number 2 in scoring now behind Taurasi. Williams trying to out-quick her. Collier, you really had to make an athletic play to catch it.
Wow, what terrific touch under the rim. She shared with us, Alyssa Thomas, her strength is a challenge in a way that Wnba Bonner's length is a challenge. And so she's been very versatile in terms of understanding how she can get to her spots when she's guarded by either of them.
And that is Collier's first basket of the game. Bonner works that baseline so well.
That was really good execution, too, by the Connecticut Sun. The cut through by Ty Harris made Kekisa probably have to decide whether she's going to go out and help her. But the mid-range is up for Portland Williams.
She is 4 for 4 tonight. Bonner able to get down court quickly. Was able to rebound her own miss. Veronica Burton in the game. Shot clock winding down. Mabry makes the pass to Thomas, who won't get a shot off because she dribbled it off her foot.
That is really good recovery by the Minnesota Lynx. That initial look that Wnba Bonner got, beating everyone down the court. I'm sure head coach Cheryl Reed steaming, but they recovered on that defensive possession, forcing the turnover.
That is a 4th turnover on Connecticut. Minnesota has yet to turn the ball over. Tisha Heidemann, Maisha Hines-Allen, Chechi Zandalicini. The Lynx with the deeper bench in this series. Collier with another bucket. Cheryl Reed with a lot of confidence in her reserves. Hines-Allen coming over in August in a trade with Washington. Minnesota has a foul to give. Collier being physical out there with Mabry. Jones has it rim out, and now the Lynx have it. Final few seconds. Hines-Allen blocked by Jones. To finish off the quarter, a quarter in which Connecticut shot 50%, but Minnesota shot 60%, including hitting 4 of 7 threes.
The basketball was just popping for the Lynx. They found one another, they collapsed the defense. Really well executed first quarter for the Lynx.
10 points for Kayla McBride. Here's Angel with Bree Jones.
We'll start on the defensive end right now. They're shooting 63% from the field. What has to change?
We gotta make the shots up and keep them 1 and done. We have, of course, some tough shots against them off with the rebound. We try to keep them 1 and done.
Offensively, AT and Wnba Bonner are combined 4 points per game. With their slower start on offense, how must you guys find a way to contribute?
We try to keep moving the ball, making the defense work. Gotta get side to side and settle for shots that we don't want.
Thanks, Bree.
All right, so Brianna Jones and the Connecticut Sun down 31-18 here in Game 5. Winner goes to the finals.
How much time zones?
Lisa has a heart out at 10.
Oh, I'm not worried.
How are you not worried?
Just watch.
You're number 1! You're number 1! You're number 1! You're killing it, girl!
Asia, your car's small.
It's a little cramped, but it's fine.
Fine? When you became MVP once, was that fine? No. You did it twice.
They built you a statue.
But you're fine with this tiny car when you could just sell it to CarMax?
You're right. It's not fine.
I can't feel my legs.
Never settle on the lot or on the court. CarMax.
The ball in center court.
It's game time. Let's talk later.
Step aside, Ant. Big man job.
This year, we go back to back. What's so fast, JT?
Speak on the floor, Acer!
You got mine? Let's go.
And here we go.
BK Royal Crispy Wraps,
From the moment they join your family, you'll do everything possible to care for your best friend. Spot Pet Insurance helps pet parents focus on the moments that matter and worry less about unexpected vet bills. With plans that can cover up to 90% of eligible vet visits, Spot Pet Insurance has you covered from puppyhood and beyond. Your best friend makes every moment special. Spot is here to help ensure you'll have a lifetime of moments to celebrate together. Visit spotpet.com to get a free quote today.
You prepare for the unexpected. So do we. TrueWork builds workwear offering technical performance fabrics and an integrated workwear system, so you can perform at your best. Work wonders. TrueWork.
Welcome back to ESPN's coverage of the 2024 WNBA playoffs presented by Google. We are in Minneapolis where the Lynx have a 15-point lead after one quarter. We are joined now by Connecticut Sun head coach Stephanie White, and this place is loud. They got the crowd behind them. What do you want to see differently as you start the second quarter?
I want to see better defense. I thought our defensive effort was really poor. There was zero attention to detail, lack of urgency and effort.
Offensively, coach, what are you looking for?
We got to get the ball moving. Now, we're playing on one side of the floor. We're trying to make plays. Everybody's trying to make the hero play. We got to share the basketball. We got to chip away right now.
All right. Thank you very much. White. Her second year in charge of the Sun, was the WNBA's Coach of the Year last year, an honor that went to Cheryl Reed of Minnesota for the fourth time in her career. This year, Lisa Thomas gets her second basket. Pam Ward, Monica McNutt, and Angel Gray joining you from Target Center. The winner of this game plays New York in Brooklyn. Thursday night, game one of the best-of-5 WNBA Finals.
Veronica Burton is someone that the Sun Girl was sort of an unsung hero, and she was just making it so difficult for Caitlin McBride to catch that ball on the opposite side of the floor.
McBride with the miss. Minnesota had scored on 13 of their last 15 possessions before that miss, which would tell you why Stephanie White was not happy with their defense. But Bree Jones was able to work under the basket well.
That possession is a good example of what can happen when the Sun move the ball quickly.
McBride saw a little bit of an attack.
Really made the Sun pay for their pick and roll coverage in terms of punishing the switch.
McBride already with a dozen points, averaging about 10.5 points in this series.
I think right now.
Partially blocked. The Lynx have done a great job blocking shots. Heidemann uses her speed.
Marina Mabry's down, holding her left ankle.
Mabry getting back on defense. We will be back in a minute. Check on Mabry.
ESPN's coverage of the 2024 WNBA playoffs, presented by Google, is brought to you by AT&T. Connecting changes everything.
I've got a joy down in my heart. Deep down in my heart. It's down in my heart. I've got a joy down in my heart. It's down in my heart today. I've got the grandest, greatest feeling. This feeling's really here to stay. And it's a joy that needs revealing. So I just want to say,
I'm Candace Parker, Kelsey Plum, Skylar Diggins-Smith, Dejanay Carrington, Cameron Briggs. If I had to describe myself in one word on the court, it would be menace. When you're on the court, nothing else matters. Me on the court is fire. I'm just ready to go to work. I want my legacy to be that I left the game in a better place. Everybody is wearing skims.
Upset stomach? Ibirogast. Indigestion? Ibirogast. Bloating? Ibirogast. Thanks to a unique combination of herbs, Ibirogast helps relieve 6 digestive symptoms to help you feel better. 6 digestive symptoms.
I have arrived. We're cooler than cool. We're flyer than fly. And the magic? You know we brought it.
Yeah, we came to play.
At Burger King, we flame grill our burgers. Why? Because that's how it should be done. Hot, juicy, smoky, flame grilled, and made your way. Come experience the flame grilled difference with 2 Whopper Juniors for just $5.
We're back. Let's take a look at what happened to Marina Mabry. It was not on the play. She goes out of bounds and steps on the foot of a camera man and rolled her ankle a little bit, but after being on the floor for about a minute, 0% surprise that Mabry popped up like this.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta lean into the adrenaline. We've all, at one point or another, tweaked an ankle and take me up, let's roll, but I'm gonna just keep moving around as best I can. Now, of course, that's yet to be seen as she is over on the sideline with the medical staff.
And Ryan Newton is the athletic trainer for the Sun, and right now, Mabry has just taken a seat on the bench. Bennington back in. Good closeout to keep Bonner from getting a shot, but Carrington fired away. Heidemann came up with the miss.
The rotation was actually the other direction for the Sun as Heidemann came to help.
And then Heidemann with the sweet dish off to Collier.
The pick and roll has just been so good for the Lynx throughout this series, whether it's Heidemann and Collier, whether it's Williams and Smith, Williams and Collier, they've done a really good job with those reads.
15-point lead matches the largest of either team in this series.
Letitia Heidemann looks to score a little bit more, but that's great in this instance because she sinks that defense. AT has to rotate over to avoid giving her a clean look in the paint, and here comes Nafisa Collier.
Foul on Heidemann was the first one called against any Minnesota player. Mabry going back into the locker room. Try to get an update on her as Thomas delivers at the line. So it took 12 minutes for Minnesota to be called for its first foul in this game. Minnesota also has 11 assists already. They lead the league, averaging 23 again during the regular season.
In that first quarter alone, Pam, 14 of their 20 field goal attempts came off of one pass, or came off of a pass, I should say. And they knocked down 8 of 14 and 4 of 7 from 3 in terms of passes being involved.
7 seconds left to shoot for the Lynx. Zandalicini guarded by Harris. Bottled up.
4 of 7 from 3. I should clarify. I think I said 4 of 3. That's not a thing.
That would be something. That's a chancy bounce pass, and it goes off of Bonner. 5 turnovers for Connecticut. Minnesota has not turned the ball over once.
And this goes, for the Connecticut Sun, this goes back to what Steph White said to us. You can't make the hero play. Let the ball touch either side of the floor. Shift that Lynx defense, because right now the defense is comfortable and the offense is chilling.
It's that three-pointer you said before the game, Monica. You thought it would be crucial. Minnesota has hit 5 of 9.
And Letitia Heidemann hasn't had her signature year from the three-point line, and so if she gets going as a scorer in terms of her confidence, look out. She always plays with confidence, though.
Pass not handled by Thomas. Here comes Collier. Jones hustles back to knock it out of bounds to stop the break.
Don't love the bounce pass there. It's a little too slow. Carlton saw her teammate and Collier running. Go ahead, blaze that thing in there. These Collier has great hands.
Now Collier, a rare sit down for her. She plays a lot of minutes.
She literally has only sat down for 15 minutes through the 6 postseason playoff games to this one.
Atlanta Smith replaced her. That 17-point advantage, a chance to give Collier perhaps an extended rest.
lots of time. Just a little bit too much on it.
That's an area I'm sure that DJ Carrington will look to expand and grow her game, hitting that three with more consistency.
And Carrington coming off a playoff career high 15 points in Game 4. She has no points on 3 shots so far in this game.
You gotta get out of the way for DB. This is a mismatch. Atlanta Smith goes to get in a help position. Somebody gotta make themselves available.
And nothing coming easily right now for the Sun.
And there is disconnect for the Sun. Urgency and pressing are 2 different things, and right now it feels like they are pressing as opposed to playing with a confident urgency that they can get back into this ballgame.
Courtney Williams back in to run the point for Minnesota. Xander Lassini with the miss. Bonner gets her 3rd rebound. Moving screen on Brianna Jones.
That's very frustrating for Breezy. At my first glance, she didn't give Carlton time to clear it, but it actually might be a little bit more of that right shoulder as opposed to the steps.
A bit of a lean.
All right, well, at least that's balanced.
And now goes back the other way. And Hines Allen called for the moving screen. The Connecticut Sun down by 17. They've scored 1 point in the last 4 minutes plus of this game.
So there's 2 ways to look at that, right? The Sun a little bit out of character on their own, or the Lynx leaning into who they have said they are throughout this season and in this series, and amping up their intensity on the defensive end.
Which is exactly what Connecticut was expecting. Steph White said they'd be more aggressive. And the defense has been good. Brianna Smith looks like a premier shot blocker, averaging just under 3 blocks per game in this series. Carlton.
I don't think Atlanta Smith realized that Bree Jones fell. She was right at the rim.
But would have been a relatively easy pass. Now Thomas working on Carlton. Minnesota using different defenders.
Oh, okay.
Marina Mabry coming back in for Connecticut.
The terrific sign for Connecticut. We've talked a lot about why they go and get her ability to score the basketball, her ability to hit difficult shots.
It was a defensive 3-second that sends Bonner to the line, so we haven't seen any of those calls in the first 4 games. We've had 1 on each team so far in this one. And to quote Steph White, she also wanted to get Marina Mabry because she's a dog.
Yeah, there's a toughness there, demonstrated obviously by coming back in and competing in an elimination game. Still probably will favor that ankle just a tad, at least for the blood gets flowing again, the adrenaline gets flowing.
So the mover open up there. Trying to connect with Bonner. A low percentage pass.
The Lynx scout defense is something that Coach White actually talked to us through the course of the series. They've done a really good job of knowing what the Sun are looking to do.
McBride, it seems like the sea just parted for her, and Kayla McBride now has 14 points, which matches her career playoff high in the first half.
A left-hand dribble on the right side, goes back to her right for the floater. She's been very poised. I mean, both sides of the floor, frankly, for K-Mac have been good, but just that ball in the right hand, or in the left hand, rather, getting to that floater, taking advantage of the size that she has versus Ty Harris.
Barr got into the passing lane, but Bridget Carter snuck up and took it back. Smith. Collier. It's a Nafisa Collier sandwich
very much so
between Thomas and Carrington, and one of them fouled her.
The College activity in the paint is just undeniable.
Always around the ball.
Yeah, energy finds the basketball, right? And she certainly brings the energy. I think very rarely will you catch her in a ball game flat-footed at any point on either side.
Little pick and roll. Whoops. To get away from Bonner, who was shaken up a little bit. Minnesota has scored 12 points off Connecticut turnovers.
Ooh, knees, ankles.
A foul call by Tiara Cruz, Roy Gobay, and Tim Green, our other officials this evening.
All right, so screens have obviously been a point of physicality through this series. We're going to take a look at this last one here. Bridget Carlton is trying to get over the screen by Alyssa Thomas. They get tied up. Marina Maker goes up for the jump shot and is very frustrated with the physicality.
The previous play is under review for off-ball timing.
Roy Gobay talking about what they're looking at. Off-ball timing. It's a new one on us, so we'll get some clarification.
You could argue, Pam, that there's a foul, obviously on the screen, the defense, whichever way you want that to go. And then Marina Maker clearly gets fouled on the shot.
Bridget Carlton ran into her, but the question was that because of the contact from the Connecticut Sun player who was over there as well? Mrs. Thomas getting vocal in the huddle right now for the Sun.
And I also like it when you have the ball, like if we set a really good screen, you got an opportunity to attack. Okay, but right now we're playing this way. Okay, we got to force them.
After review, the encore ruling is confirmed. The foul occurs prior to the upward shooting motion. It's going to be side out.
All right, so the question was whether or not Mabry was shooting. And they said it was the upward motion. So it's a side out and no free throws.
So we're taking a look at this. And there's definitely contact on the screen. So the foul should have been, the whistle should have blown before you get to the shot. So that makes sense.
The common foul only on Carlton. Connecticut will inbound it. Coming up from the WNBA halftime, presented by State Farm. The Lynx so far cooling off the sun, and speaking of cool, like China, Janae, and Karen.
I was about to say the 3 C's. That's only if I call the China. China. Right, you gotta check my box.
Call it China.
We're not gonna do that because Mom picked that name on purpose.
All right, they need to get a shot off. Bonner recognized to go in. How about that?
What a big-time shot by Joanna Bonner.
That is the first field goal in over 6 minutes for Connecticut. 6 minutes.
It has been a drought as far as scoring is concerned. But look, with 2:30-ish to go, you get this thing to 10 or less, you're right there. And they were down 7 at the half in game 4. Basketball is a game of runs.
Mabry.
Terrific ball movement. That might be the best possession we've seen in this ball game from the Sun. The ball touches both sides of the court, and as Alyssa Thomas told us, we are better when the ball is moving and when we attack the gap or shoot with confidence.
Mabry did just that. She's limping off the court, but just hit her second 3 of the night.
ranking of American Express.
While you were away, there were some developments. Lots and lots of developments. Fortunately, you live in a world where DoorDash can come to your rescue. Your door to a peaceful home. Your door to more. DoorDash.
Always dry scoop before you run. Listen to me. A hot dog diet got me shredded.
It's time we listen to science. One-A-Day is formulated with key nutrients to support whole body health. One-A-Day, science that matters.
You may kiss the bride.
Look at that.
Oh my God. It's our baby crying.
Calm before the storm? No, thank you. This is Jim's time to shine. And Mike's. And Jennifer's. Helmets? Check. Drones? Check. Checking that thing we just checked? Double check. We ain't got time to chill. We're out here driving this thing. This is when we get to work. To keep you connected. No matter what. Connect before the storm. Change how we weather them. Connecting changes everything. AT&T.
This is what joint pain looks like when you keep moving with Aleve. Just one Aleve, 12 hours of uninterrupted joint pain relief. Aleve, strength to last 12 hours.
Caleb McBride taking advantage of the variety of ways that she has the ability to score. Getting into the mid-range, off the bounce, backing down from three, where she shot 41% from three this season. She got 2 of those, and this is tied for the most first-half points of her playoff career. Not to mention, PBC, 14 points eclipses her total of any game in this series so far. So she's been very efficient and locked in. And yes, we just checked out offense, but I also got to give her a shout out on the defensive end. Understands the scout, understands the game plan, has really been putting in effort on that side of the floor as well.
You're part of this team for the last 4 years, including their own 6 started last year, and then they turned it around to make the playoffs, and here they are, 1 win away from the finals. Just a year later, Courtney Williams with a chance for a 4-point play.
Ball movement and execution. You got to cut, you got to hand off, you got a confident Courtney Williams stepping into a jump shot, and it's a 4-point play. Papa Don is loving it.
Carrington with the foul. Williams averaging 13 points in this series, has exactly 13 right now. And Minnesota's running away with it, up 18. Whistle away from the ball. Boy, Bonner and Carlton, and we saw Bonner give a little extra after the whistle. Lynx
are just swarming. They did a great job with that help there.
4th block of the game for Minnesota.
So, I love the seal in the reverse by Wnba. She has the height advantage, but immediately you've got Carlton and Smith that collapse as McBride turns back around to defend.
Harris got off to a fast start. Contact with nothing called on the baseline. Williams with a little jump pass, and Carter wasn't expecting it.
Now, if it had worked out, it'd have been ooh, but it didn't. So stay on your feet to make a pass.
Cheryl Reeves, I want to know about it right now, but being encouraging. That's an interesting pairing. Cheryl Reeves and Courtney Williams.
I am sure that Courtney Williams has a way of drawing out the side of Cheryl Reeves. That is hilarious.
Yes. Williams, the life of any party. That time it worked.
The with snap, crackle, and pop, has an advantage over any defense. Even a defense that was 1 and 2, respectively, in the league. The ball moving quickly is quicker than any defender can move, and the Lynx continue to hammer that home with the ball movement in this one.
Another assist for Courtney Williams. Let's go over to Angel Grant.
But she said, I'm understanding what I need to be for this team. She said, I take a page out of my favorite player's textbook, and that's Chelsea Gray. Getting to the nail, finding ways to score, but also finding ways to be a playmaker like she did.
She loves Chelsea Gray so much that she told us when she's retired.
It was important to talk about when she's retired, Pam.
When she's retired, she's going to get a tattoo with 4 players, including Chelsea Gray.
Chelsea Gray, Maya Moore,
Dee Taurasi,
Kathy Kleinbeck.
Yep, no. But yeah, she is a big Chelsea Gray fan, as is anyone with eyesight. She's fantastic. Alyssa Thomas at the line. WNBA thanks its changemaker partners AT&T, CarMax, Deloitte, Google, Nike, and U.S. Bank for their unparalleled support and dedication toward uplifting the league and WNBA players. So Alyssa Thomas has 3 personal fouls and 7 points. Williams going to lead the clock a little bit. And then do that. Come on.
Called the wrong number. Nafisa Collier with the assist. That's her 3rd.
And Ty Harris got fouled with just 3.4 seconds left on the clock. That's 3 now on Carlton. We'll check that. 2 on Carlton, pardon me.
Heads up play by Ty Harris, though. Understanding she's got time to get down the floor, score the basketball, and put pressure on this Lynx defense.
Zandalicini comes in for Carlton, who sits down. And yes, they've updated it now. That is indeed Carlton's 3rd, so a good move by Coach Reed to get her out with 3.4 seconds left in the half. Harris at the line. It's a boat. Quick shot coming from K-Mac. Hale McBride with a terrific first half, one of 3 Lynx players to score at least 13 points. They are up huge, 53-34 at the break. So the Minnesota Lynx shooting over 55% from the floor. They have 6 threes, 10 minutes away from the finals. After the break, the State Farm halftime report.
Upset stomach? Iberogast. Indigestion? Iberogast. Bloating? Iberogast. Thanks to a unique combination of herbs, Iberogast helps relieve 6 digestive symptoms to help you feel better. 6 digestive symptoms, the power of nature. Iberogast.
I have a surprise for you.
Oh, yes, please.
Feast your eyes on this.
That's sexy. Feels so new.
I want to feel this feeling again and again.
Can I hold it?
How bad do you want to hold it?
I'm not gonna beg, but pretty please.
Don't. Go ahead, press the button.
Oh, it's glowing.
Apple Intelligence. We should do this more often.
Agreed.
Rekindle the feeling of love with the new iPhone 16 Pro on us. And feel it again and again with the latest iPhone every year with AT&T Next Up Anytime.
Changes in the air. It's a new era, new team-ups, new stages set. Whose time is it? We'll see. This isn't last season. Nah. This time, it's different. BK Royal Crispy Wraps. Eat it with the meal or have it as a snack. Only $2.99. It's a hunger hack and it fits in one hand. And BK, have it your way.
You don't know who I am. You can push through anything as long as you believe.
Our family calls Alex the Phoenix. He always rises from the ash.
Paterno never faced any charges, but he didn't escape judgment.
Who has like a career-defining moment at 37?
The whole country is watching, and the world is watching.
Those 26 miles in the rain?
Yeah.
FrameBridge can frame that with custom framing made easy. Whether it's a pick or a Picasso, FrameBridge will frame it with the highest quality materials. Millions of custom frames and counting. Get started today at framebridge.com.
Welcome to WNBA Halftime, presented by State Farm.
It is halftime for Minnesota, and the Lynx are playing 0 games, up 53-34 on the Connecticut Sun in this decisive Game-5. Bree Jones with 6 points, along with Bonner and Afisa Colley with 13. Courtney Williams has not missed a shot in this game. She is 6 for 6 from the field. Welcome into our WNBA Countdown Studios. LaShawna Robinson joined alongside former #1 WNBA draft pick Cheryl Gumake and our Women's Basketball Hall of Fame coach Carolyn Pegg. And guys, Minnesota is pouring it on. They've had as much as a 21-point lead. And Carolyn, you talked about the importance of Courtney Williams not only staying out of foul trouble, but 15 points in the first half. Of course, she's been brilliant.
Well, she played 15 minutes. She only played 23 minutes when it came to playing in Game 4. Courtney Williams has been invaluable. One of the things that I said in my pep talk was you had to come with a sense of urgency, and Courtney Williams did exactly that. She hadn't missed a shot, has not missed a shot. She's pushed it in transition. She's looked to be open, looked to be able to knock down those big shots. I think Courtney Williams is the biggest difference in this Minnesota team.
I apologize in advance for this. Courtney Williams is a dog. She's a dog, but don't let that fool you. She's also dripping in finesse when it comes to her passing game. Watch these plays. She draws 2 and kicks it over to Alana Smith, who knocks down the 3. But this next play I love. Coming downhill in transition, drag screen, just quick relocation to K-Mac who's shooting the ball. Y'all, I played with Courtney Williams. She came into the league as a 1-dribble mid-range shooter. Honestly, when we were with the Connecticut Sun, like, they just run off-ball actions for her, and she didn't dribble the ball. Now she has transitioned to point guard, and she's done a stellar job at that. That is not easy. Mind you, the number I love is the Lynx are 23-5 when she scores in double figures. She already has 15 points and 4 assists. So kudos to her, because sometimes in this league, it's great when you reinvent yourself, and she's done it perfectly in Minnesota.
Well, we've talked about all the offense that Courtney Williams has brought. Well, defensively, she also has wreaked havoc on the Connecticut Sun. They've played in a rush. They really packed the paint inside, and it's been very difficult for Connecticut to get the inside shot. So what do they need to do? They need to be more patient, because forcing it inside, not only the 5 Minnesota players, but the concession stand workers in there too. And what is that doing? That is causing Connecticut. They had 10 turnovers in the first half. You've got to space. You've got to be patient in order to get the offense that you want against Minnesota.
I like that, and I asked you to bark. You didn't do it because you're a classy lady. You're a very classy lady.
I'm not barking.
Look, you said that the Sun need to be patient, okay? But the problem I see with them is that they're passive when it comes to the paint. It's very rare. This is a team that's typically, that's where they do their damage. It's very rare that you see, Alyssa Thomas not even looking at the rim. Juwana Bonner only on the perimeter, not necessarily slashing and creating those mismatches. They only have 6 paint points in the first quarter. They outscored the Lynx in Game 4. 50-30 in the paint, so they have to up those numbers to give themselves that confidence.
In this series,
has hurt them.
Well, see, in this series, it's been a punch for punch. Today, Minnesota punched, and Connecticut, they lay down.
Oh, but can you give me like a cute dog? Like,
no,
I am not barking.
Speaking of dog, Alyssa Thomas, who has averaged nearly a triple-double in these playoffs, only has 2 assists, 1 rebound, so they have really limited her impact so far in this game. But let me tell you where this shot came from.
4-point
that came from
Folkestone, we see you, Courtney.
In Georgia.
Talk your ish and back it up.
This halftime is presented by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome to Stormy Heights, where the windows are always Pella. Pella's fiberglass is the strongest material for windows and patio doors. The fiberglass frame is even scratch and dent resistant. Pella Windows, tested for extremes, designed for your home.
Always dry scoop before you run. Listen to me. A hot dog diet got me shredded.
It's time we listen to science. One-A-Day is formulated with key nutrients to support whole body health. One-A-Day, science that matters.
Asia, your car's small.
It's a little cramped, but it's fine.
Fine? When you became MVP once, was that fine? No. You did it twice.
They built you a statue.
But you're fine with this tiny car when you could just sell it to CarMax?
You're right. It's not fine.
Can't feel my legs.
Never settle on the lot or on the court. CarMax.
A superstar in the making.
And this is...
This? Oh, you mean this? This is how I watch the Bucks, Thunder, the Wolves, not missing a thing.
We just got NBA League Pass. You can pick from so many live games, watch up to 4 at the same time, and get home and away streams with your favorite announcers. Not missing a thing.
But can it do this?
No.
I know I've messed up in the past, but I want to say this to the family. From now on, there will be $0
delivery fee.
What?
With Dash Pass, you pay $0 delivery fee on DoorDash.
Is that what you were going to say?
No,
Guess how much I paid on delivery fee for this dinner and wine?
0. A toast to 0.
Dash Pass. Your door to $0 delivery fees. DoorDash.
It was love at first sight for him, but I definitely said I love you first.
We call each other love. Amor. When you know, you know. The Wnba Love Collection, exclusively at sales, the Diamond Store.
BK Royal Crispy Wraps. Eat it with the meal or have it as a snack. Only $2.99. It's a hunger hack and it fits in one hand. And BK, have it your way.
This time it is tall. My music is loud. And it's storm. I love this game. It's so hot. The one you never ever knew about. The next level.
It's so on.
You're watching WNBA Halftime, presented by State Farm.
Thank you for sending us your questions to Twitter. This is from Misha Jones. Hey, Misha, representing Rising Media Stars. What do the Sun have to do to get the engine running on offense and mount a comeback? Ladies.
I think that they've got to be more disciplined in the offense and being patient when they space the floor. That then will give opportunities for cuts, move the basketball, then they'll get the open shots that they want.
Sometimes your best offense is in transition. I think in half court, that's what Minnesota has forced them to play. They've struggled, so why don't you shorten that court and try to get the rebounds in running good?
All right, we've got another tweet. Let's see who we got here. Lindsay. If the Lynx hold on, can they beat the Liberty in the finals? What do y'all think?
I think that would be a good matchup because the key area with the Liberty, how do you match up with Sabrina Stewart and JJ? Well, Minnesota has Nafisa Collier and they've got Alana Smith. Dorga Uhas also can come in off the bench as well as Maisha Hines-Allen.
I didn't hear an answer there, Coach Beck.
Yep, me either. Can they beat the Liberty? Oh, that series is going 5. Yes, I think that they can.
Oh, wow. I mean, I kind of been going with the Liberty, but who owns the season series so far?
The Liberty are good now. They're
I'm with the
especially
Liberty.
with
I'm with
Sabrina's
LA.
playing.
The Liberty struggled with the Lynx in the regular season, 3-1 in that series. All right, the last one is from Cozy. I was in the next room listening to Coach Peck. Still got me ready to run through a wall.
Yeah.
And out the pew.
You got something for the Sun? You got something for the Sun? They need it.
The Sun, listen, you've got to play with intensity. The sense of urgency Minnesota came out with. Listen, it is win or go home. You got to bring it in the second half.
Don't whine, work.
Coach Peck said the Sun is not setting. All right, 1 half to decide who will make the trip to the WNBA Finals. The Lynx have a big lead. What does Connecticut have left in the tank?
There's more to any business than the game minutes in. Want to meet customers where they are.
Digital experience game.
Make buying friction-free.
E-commerce strategy game.
Build competitive advantage.
Rewrite the playbook game.
That's where Deloitte comes in. We can help businesses of every kind advance and connect all that it takes to perform.
Whatever game you're in.
Deloitte, proud sponsor of progress.
I'm a leader by pushing my teammates to be the best that they can be.
I am a leader because I set a strong example.
I'm a leader by being responsible. I stand up for myself and others. I am confident.
I'm caring.
We want girls to lead their own way. That's why the NBA and WNBA are proud to support Lean In Girls, a program that teaches girls to reject stereotypes and embrace their leadership superpowers. This is what leadership looks like.
First ever Monday Night Football game exclusively on ESPN Plus had this bad boy custom made for this exact moment. Coach Harbaugh back under those Monday night lights to duel in the desert with Kyler Murray, Marvin Harrison Jr., and the Cards.
Touchdown, Arizona!
All streaming live on ESPN Plus. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Maybe just the mouth guard.
There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Applebee's wickedly delicious dollar zombie has risen. Looking for a thirst to quench? Take a sip if you dare.
Are you certainly a pet?
Sure.
Are you for imprint certain? Certainty matters. When you need certain promo gear, you can be certain 4 Imprints got it. Quality apparel? Got it. Drinkware? Got it. Bags? High-tech? Outdoor? Got it, got it, got it. So go get it at 4imprint.com.
4imprint for certain.
When the Hawks need a clean shave, they reach for the Chairman Pro by Manscaped.
I wonder if my dad's ever had one of these.
Tony Hawk with a mustache.
Injured?
So are we.
No. The Chairman Pro by Manscaped.
Ballers go hard all day. Winners don't cry, they play. Start the game.
Welcome back to ESPN's coverage of the 2024 WNBA playoffs presented by Google. Beautiful downtown Minneapolis and a beautiful half if you're a Minnesota Lynx fan as they lead Connecticut 53-34. The winner will play New York Thursday night in Brooklyn, game 1 of the WNBA Finals. Pam Ward, Monica McNutt, Angel Gray with you. Minnesota's offense bogged down in the second half of game 4, but they look great now.
The ball is moving with assertiveness and deliberance. Check this out. They're getting into their offense so early, way away from the three-point line, and this allows their guards or their rollers to get downhill. But this time it's a swing to the three-point line where they've been very aggressive. Same thing here. Natisha Heidemann, ball screen, getting downhill. She sees Nafisa Collier, leads her to where she's going. It's an easy finish. Points in the paint, Pam Ward have been 26-10 in favor of Minnesota. They've been confident in getting into their actions. They're cutting hard, and they're releasing the basketball with poise.
And we are joined now by Cheryl Reed, the head coach for the Minnesota Lynx. She told us before the game if you thought you were just beating yourselves tonight to do all right. It looks like it's working. We're joined now by Cheryl Reed. Coach, what worked so well for you in the first half?
We started to defend a little bit, but we haven't defended for 2 games, so we finally got after a little bit.
All right, so the Sun, of course, are not going to go away, Coach Reed. What are you telling your guys to be prepared for?
Exactly what you said. This is a team that's not going to go away. We've got to be mindful of what we're doing, all the details. Stop celebrating after we score, get our butts back, and get ready to defend again.
Okay, thank you very much, Cheryl Reed, the head coach. 4-time WNBA Coach of the Year, the Executive of the Year this season as well. And they have a huge advantage over the Connecticut Sun. Connecticut's 10 3-point win in Game 4 over Minnesota was the only double-digit win by either team in the 7 times they have played this year, both in the playoffs and in the regular season.
Yeah, and Connecticut in that victory was just lights out from the field, shooting better than 50% won that ball game. They got it going from 2-point land and 3-point land as well. That's what Coach Reed was referring to in terms of feeling like her team hasn't defended in the past 2 ball games in this series.
Yeah, 54%, as you mentioned, during that game the other day when Minnesota had a lead by 7 at the half. Connecticut had been as a franchise 0-15 in the playoffs when they trailed by 7 points or more going into the half, and they were able to win that game by 10. So it was quite a turnaround. They will need a monumental turnaround to get back in this game. Carrington was fouled by Alana Smith to get to the line. And here's the key, too. Watch the first point to Carrington tonight. Now the second.
It is interesting that the Sun are trying to still put it all together, because I thought Carrington in the last 2 games have been really good attacking off the penetration, particularly going left and being decisive. Good things are happening when she got going to the paint, but I don't know that she should be your most aggressive player in terms when you look at the roster on this Suns team.
Most improved player in the league this year.
What a take.
Yeah, she's off to a good start. She's got 4 quick points. She scored 15 points in Game 4, 13 in Game 3. You see the 8-2 run. Minnesota trying to close it out, but Carrington does it again. One of the best defenders in the league.
All defensive team indeed. Showing you why.
Jones posting up hard against Carlton, and a whistle before Carrington can pull the trigger on the 3.
Does the 3 seconds get reset when she gets the ball? All right, that's curious.
Well, the 3-second call against Bree Jones gives the ball back to Minnesota. Drive crossover, just converged upon. Carrington, contact with Williams, and the foul goes against Courtney.
So, immediate adjustment as we start this 3rd quarter. The Sun are looking to bring the physicality to the Lynx. And that's on both sides of the basketball. Dejanay Carrington using her strong frame a couple of times now to go in amongst the trees and make something happen. Defensively, conversion on the floater by Kayla McBride, who had tremendous success with 14 points in the first half, not making it easy.
5 quick points for Carrington here in the 3rd quarter. Game 1 of the best of 5 WNBA Finals. Comes your way Thursday night on ESPN and ESPN Deportes. The Liberty hosts the winner of this game. WNBA Countdown tips off our coverage at 7:30 Eastern Time. Less than 48 hours away.
Truthfully, Pam, as Connecticut has gone on this little 7-0 run, or a 7-0 run.
Yes, Minnesota has not scored in this quarter. Yes.
They're right there. You know, my marker is always getting a 10.
Yeah.
They're 4 points off from making this a 10-point game if they can continue to get stops.
Plenty of time left in this game. Minnesota led by as many as 10 in Game 4, eventually lost by 10. Carrington, looking like a different player here in the 3rd quarter.
They need someone to energize them.
When we talked to the players, one of the big questions was what did Stephanie White and her coaching staff say at halftime of Game 4 when they came out of the locker room like gangbusters and helped Minnesota just 25% from the floor in the 3rd quarter. And they said really it wasn't a big fiery speech. It was basically just go out and play defense, guard the 3-point line, and it worked. Shot clock winding down. Tough shot for Courtney Williams. Bonner comes up.
What worked so well for Minnesota was that the ball was moving. I totally get Courtney Williams keeping her dribble alive and looking to make something happen, but they're better when the ball is moving.
And another foul, that's 2 on Williams in the last minute. And just like the 3rd quarter on Sunday, Connecticut coming out as a more aggressive team. In her 15th 8th year out of Auburn, like Alyssa Thomas and Brianna Jones. They are unrestricted free agents. This Connecticut team could look a whole lot different next year. And that's part of the urgency for this franchise, trying to get back to the finals. Connecticut scored the last 9 points of this game. Minnesota hasn't scored since the break. Oh, that's got Cheryl Reeve off her seat to call a timeout. 3 turnovers in this quarter. Connecticut coming back. Their defense doing some stuff.
This is what joint pain looks like when you keep moving with Aleve. Just one Aleve, 12 hours of uninterrupted joint pain relief. Aleve, strength to last 12 hours.
When I push, I feel good. When I push, I feel good. When I push, I feel good. When I pull, I feel good. When I push, when I push, I feel good. When I pull, I feel good. When I push, I feel good. When I pull, I feel good.
Welcome to Stormy Heights, where the windows are always Pella. Pella's fiberglass is the strongest material for windows and patio doors. The fiberglass frame is even scratch and dent resistant. Pella Windows, tested for extremes, designed for your home.
Upset stomach? Iberogast. Indigestion? Iberogast. Bloating? Iberogast. Thanks to a unique combination of herbs, Iberogast helps relieve 6 digestive symptoms to help you feel better. 6 digestive symptoms, the power of nature. Iberogast.
Helps millions spend smarter and save more for the things that matter most to them. That's why we're the bank that's your ally.
So far it has worked for Stephanie White's team. There you see the 9-0 run, and Minnesota with 3 turnovers. They have not scored a point, Angel Gray.
Absolutely, and if you're thinking about what Alyssa Thomas and Tiger has told us pregame, she said game 2 was the test. They were tougher than us. They were sharper than us. They were more deliberate. They took us out of our game. We didn't execute because we were worried about the calls. They cannot, and that cannot beat us tonight. You can see the bounce back in the second half.
Absolutely, Angel. And I think when you look at the stats, one thing that jumps out is the Sun shot 7 free throws in the first half. They shot 6 already in the second half. And so that speaks to them taking the physicality to the Minnesota Lynx.
And Connecticut just 1 of 7 from the floor in this quarter, but still, as you mentioned, because of the free throws, they've been able to chip away at this lead. Foul committed by Bonner.
I mean, I don't
know first.
No, I don't know about you guys, but I thought this thing would come down to the last 2 minutes of the ball game, just based on the way that these 2 teams have played so far.
Boy, Carrington's played like a demon out there. Smith hesitated just for a second with the ball, and Carrington was able to tie it up.
You got to give her a lot of credit for the energy that she started this second half with.
She's got 5 points all in this quarter, also 7 rebounds and a couple of steals in the game. And we'll jump it up against Smith. He's about 5 inches taller.
It's her second jump ball since the start of the second half. Wow, we've got a lot of technicality calls in this ball game.
Violation called on his son.
We're going to need Alyssa Thomas who broke the three. At least that was the call.
McBride was terrific offensively in the first half, but now she is tied up herself. Harris able to get her hands on the ball.
All right, so this is terrific defense, but it looks like Roy Govain is pointing at the clock, but this is a great trap. Coach Stephanie White obviously wants the jump ball.
Steph with some vertical over there.
All right, everybody's got lock in here. This is a game 5. Clock operators, officials, everybody.
Yeah, the shot clock was stuck at 14. Now it's correctly down to 5, and Minnesota has the ball. Green short. Able to board it and come out of the traffic. The defense on the perimeter again by the Sun. They'll need a Carlton shot. Everything.
The ball is way too sticky for the Minnesota Lynx. I mean, this is setting up to resemble what you saw in Game 4. There's no flow for them offensively, and here come the Sun in terms of making their charge, both by being far better locked in defensively and aggressively looking to attack this Lynx defense.
2 straight bad third quarters now for Minnesota. They have not scored. 0 for 4 from the floor with 3 turnovers here in the third. Connecticut hit some of those field goals, it'd be a lot closer. Lee Jones gets it over to Bonner. That's one of her spots over there on the corner.
Much better defense on the part of the Lynx, and still that was a good look by DeWanna Bonner.
Carlton quickly gets it over to Smith. Launches up the 3, and finally, Minnesota has scored in the third. So lead up to 15. Minnesota, the best three-point shooting team in the WNBA during the regular season. Another block down there by Collier.
Somebody's got to come to Brianna Jones to help release that pressure.
He's lost it out of bounds. Williams found a spot on the floor. Got a hand on it to deflect the pass momentarily. Thomas threw it away.
A whole lot of effort, tremendous effort there by the Sun. And frankly, the Lynx keeping their hands high defensively, clogging up passing lanes, deflections. And listen, third quarter has been sluggish, like two teams that know one another very, very well. And so now it comes down to will and playmaking and smarts.
Tisha Heidemann is going to check in.
I think this is a really good substitute.
To Williams.
Courtney Williams is a little bit ahead of herself. Probably needs to go sit next to Coach Reed and just regroup a bit.
And Reed jumped up as soon as that turnover occurred and called for Heidemann to get in the game. And neither team shooting well, obviously. 1 of 10 and 1 of 6 respectively. Connecticut getting some points at the free throw line. Williams, who stayed in the game because they couldn't get Heidemann in quickly to score.
Excellent mistake response, right? Turnover on one end. All right, Coach, I got you. I'm going to go get it back and get my head back in the game. That's what Courtney Williams demonstrates.
But you know that she knows that Heidemann's coming in for her.
That was the Sandman coming for her. This is just a great heads-up play. And you got, again, K-Mac has done a really good job of bothering DeWanna Bonner. And so Courtney Williams able to dig in on the help and come up with that steal that leads to a basket.
So we're doing some extra coaching over there with Williams, first-year player from Minnesota. Spent some time, a couple of stints actually in Connecticut. Carrington got a good look at it, but they can't buy a bucket. Connecticut's now missed 8 straight shots. Well, back behind by 17. Carrington blocked by Carrington. And Collier with a chance.
So good. 6'1", terrific footwork. We should do a sports science on the angle of the lean back by Wnba on that fadeaway.
So Minnesota, after going scoreless for a long time here to start the third, is on a 7-0 run. Smith waits for Collier. Slices in for another bucket. Here come the Lynx.
Escalated quickly. The Minnesota Lynx getting back to who they are. They are a team that is powered by their defense. Steal and a run out. They're up 21.
Always dry scoop before you run. Listen to me. A hot dog diet got me shredded.
It's time we listen to science. One-A-Day is formulated with key nutrients to support whole body health. One-A-Day, science that matters.
It's only a shot. Just throw it away.
Welcome to Stormy Heights, where the windows are always Pella. Pella's fiberglass is the strongest material for windows and patio doors. The fiberglass frame is even scratch and dent resistant. Pella windows, tested for extremes, designed for your home.
Welcome back to Minnesota. The Connecticut Sun went on a run mostly with free throws, but Connecticut has now missed 9 straight shots. It's a 9-0 Lynx run. And just like that, they have their biggest lead of the game. The winner gets New York in game 1 of the finals on Thursday. And there's an offensive foul on Alyssa Thomas.
I think we also got a team. Oh no, okay. Here's the contact. Alyssa Thomas, who is strong and powerful, but Natisha Heidemann has a right to that spot. And that was not a T. I just spoke.
Yeah, so that's her 4th foul, but you're right. I was looking at Tim Green myself.
Right? It looked like we saw the T.
Yeah, he was fixing to, but I think he was just, he hit his shoulder to show Thomas where the contact was. McBride rims out. Now Bonner gets it over to Thomas, all the way across the court to Burton. And she just got bottled up. Wnba Collier ties her up. It's a 3rd tie-up of this quarter at least.
I got 3. I'm with you.
And Wnba Collier does everything well except perhaps.
You really gonna throw her under the bus, fam?
Well, as a terrible dancer myself, I welcome Wnba Collier into my world. She hit the mid-court shot to end shoot-around, which every team does, and then she had to do a dance in the team circle before. And if you go on social media, the Lynx posted it.
Listen, I was like, dancing is in the eye of the beholder.
But she also admitted it. She said, my rhythm is good, but my moves need some work. And she just tied the ball up again.
I mean, she can't be a gold medalist.
No, whatever. It's actually conquering, there's something out there. Connecticut 1 of 12 from the floor in this quarter with 5 turnovers. Thomas kept alive, but Heidemann killed it. Great pass to the drive, and Smith, big time contact by Jones. A promising start in this quarter for Connecticut has dissolved. Carlton getting ready to throw it in.
tried to find her dancing skills. She shows you one more thing she can do well.
Yes, that's sweet. Carrington is giving them some really good minutes here in the third. Jones with the finish.
That was a tough pass. Catching Bree Jones on the move, leading her to the basket. No one stood between her and the rim.
Another double-double for Collier. Now, with that miss, still has 20 points and 10 rebounds.
This is good ball movement by the Lynx again. Corner threes where they've been terrific over the course of the season. Cool, calm, collected, and knocks it down.
Nafisa Collier now with her 5th career playoff game with 20 points and 10 rebounds, most in Lynx history, eclipsing the record of Sylvia Fowles.
Sweet Sil.
That's, when you can do that, anything that Sylvia Fowles did that you can eclipse is very impressive. There's a foul on the Lynx. What a career. Remember, Connor, 28 years of age, Olympic gold medalist. Had Mila a couple of years ago, her little girl. And she's got herself another double-double, but she just picked up a personal foul. Her second. NBA preseason coverage continues tomorrow in Sacramento when the Kings host the Warriors at 10:30 Eastern Time. NBA Countdown tips off our coverage at 10 Eastern and 7 Pacific. The NBA season's coming. NHL started tonight, the regular season.
Calendar has officially turned to October. Lots of sports happening.
Hines Allen back in the game for Minnesota. Carrington, well, she's doing her part. And Hines Allen knocked it away to stop the break.
Great hustle by Naisha Hines Allen. But terrific defense there by Carrington to get the initial steal and the fancy ball handling through traffic. Hines Allen just chasing it down, not wanting to give up an easy two.
The miss, and Jones able to put it home. 7 rebounds and 10 points now for Jones. Final minute of the third quarter. Williams.
She was automatic in the first half, but got a little cold here in the second half.
Blocking foul coming up on Hines Allen. Picks up her second foul of the game.
The Lynx crowd here let out a collective groan on that one.
Has gotten to the free throw line often here in the second half. That is their 9th and about to be their 10th free throw of this quarter after shooting just 7 overall in the first half. Now Connecticut, 7-0 run. Carrington scoreless at the half, and look at the stat line, getting much better.
6 of 8 from the free throw line again, just speaking to her aggressiveness.
Collier. Xander Lucini had it blocked by Burton. Long pass, perfectly thrown. Thomas to Bonner.
You gotta have some of those easy runs when you're attempting to mount a comeback.
And that was a great pass by AT. Williams a little crossover, and of Williams that we saw in the first half is waned a little bit, but I'm sure she'll take the 65-48 lead. The Minnesota Lynx trying to get back to the finals for the first time since 2017. His son were there a couple of years ago when they lost to Las Vegas. 20 points and 10 rebounds for Collier to lead the way for Minnesota. K-Mac is standing by with Angel Grant.
Well, Shirley told us earlier that her message to you guys halftime, this team is not going away. They ended that quarter on a 7-0 run. What must your defense do to close this game?
Tough balance. You know, I think we're playing all our offense, getting in transition. We're not getting rebounds, things like that. Little plays like that give them momentum. We have to get back to getting stops and getting out transition.
It took you about 5 minutes to find a bucket in that third quarter. What were you seeing as far as the flow that changed the narrative to close this one out, though?
Yeah, I mean, they up their physicality, so we got to get off screens a little bit better, get back into the paint where we had so much success in the first half. You know, just play our basketball. You know, it's not that hard. Keep it simple and finish this out and get to the finals.
Thanks, David.
10 minutes to go now in this game. K-Mac with 14 points, all of them coming in the first half. They take a nice lead into the fourth quarter.
I have a surprise for you.
Oh, yes, please.
Yeah. Feast your eyes on this.
That's sexy. Feels so new.
I want to feel this feeling again and again.
Can I hold it?
How bad do you want to hold it?
I'm not gonna beg, but pretty please.
Don't. Go ahead. Press the button.
Oh, it's glowing.
Apple Intelligence. We should do this more often.
Agreed.
Rekindle the feeling of love with the new iPhone 16 Pro on us. And feel it again and again with the latest iPhone every year with AT&T Next Up Anytime.
Make some noise for Pharrell Williams. Holy guacamole. Whoa.
That was dope. Yes, sir.
CPG, only theaters this Friday.
Always dry scoop before you run. Listen to me. A hot dog diet got me shredded.
It's time we listen to science. One-A-Day is formulated with key nutrients to support whole body health. One-A-Day, science that matters.
Here in the W, we pride ourselves on having a super welcoming, calm, low-stakes environment.
This is playoff basketball.
Here we go. This is a place where basketball matters. What a move! He is feeling it! If you love real basketball...
Oh my goodness! You gotta be kidding me!
Welcome to the W. Basketball's fun!
I'm a dog. I may not have 9 lives, I sure live like I do. Thankfully, with my Spot Pet Insurance Plan, my owners get up to 90% cash back on covered vet bills. They also got it for the new guy here. Good boys like us rack up some bad vet bills, but Spot plans help my owners focus on our care, not the cost. It's no wonder Spot is America's most loved pet insurance. Play with them now, new guy. You're gonna miss them. Choose Spot for affordable pet plan options you both will love.
Brisket is back at Chipotle. Seasoned, smoked, seared, spiced, sauced, bold, and guapped. It's a whole new kind of brisket done the Chipotle way.
BK Royal Crispy Wraps. Eat it with the meal or have it as a snack. Only $2.99. It's a hunger hack and it fits in one hand. And BK, have it your way.
This is a team that's not going to go away. We've got to be mindful of what we're doing, all the details. Stop celebrating after we score, get our butts back, and get ready to defend again. Is that how we're going to start? Is that what we're going to do? Okay, take care of the ball.
Welcome back to ESPN's coverage of the 2024 WNBA playoffs presented by Google. Cheryl Reed, that first comment was to us as the third quarter started. It was not a thing of beauty that third quarter. The Lynx outscored by the Sun 14-12. But they lead at 65-48. The winner gets New York. Game 1 of the finals on Thursday in Brooklyn. Pam Ward, Monica McNutt, and Angel Gray. Here at Target Center, Minnesota scored 31 points in the first, 22 in the second, just a dozen in the third. But Connecticut was ice cold from the floor as well. Contact away from the ball. Collier hit the deck.
Well, as we look back at that third quarter, really quickly, now that the fourth is underway, the Sun did a really good job of mucking up that quarter. They were aggressive. They got to the free throw line. They were physical defensively. They got a few steals. The problem for them, though, is that they did not capitalize on enough of those opportunities. And about halfway through, Minnesota stabilized just enough to maintain that lead.
Allen first basket. Connecticut, just like in Game 4, came out playing great defense in the third quarter, but unlike Game 4, their offense did not hold its own. Burton off the back rim, finds Allen, cradles it, and then Courtney Williams flat out lost the ball. Katie Smith picked it up.
Who, we were discussing this in shoot around. Katie Smith still got the hooper walk.
Yeah.
She was absolutely a bucket in her day.
The all-time best, Katie Smith. Championship team here in Minnesota, now an assistant for Cheryl Reeve, as is Rebecca Beebe Brunson. You may remember her. She's got 5 rings, 4 with Minnesota, 1 with Sacramento.
My fellow Hoya sister and Prince George County, Maryland native.
It's all about the DMV here. Bree Jones, who's from Havre de Grace, Maryland.
There you go. She's a Turk.
Minnesota has not been back to the finals since their last title. Lisa Collier with great footwork, but couldn't finish.
Oh man, the footwork was beautiful.
Harris. Ivan. Williams going to settle. Wait for Collier to come into the front court. And then she has another evasive move. And a bucket.
The Euro. Let me see you 1-2 step. I love it. Maybe 1-2 step. Shout out to Sierra. All right, here we go. 1, 2. There it is. The footwork for Nafisa Collier, the energy that she plays with, still running the floor hard. And giving credit to Courtney Williams, that lead guard, right? This is probably where being a point guard is sort of trickiest in terms of settling the pace of the game, Angel.
Guys, Nafisa Collier has prepared for this moment. She told me her success stemmed from her workouts with her husband Alex and of course her mate Kobe Bryant. They worked out 3 times a week at one point. She told me what he taught her was the devil was in the details. He actually had a show that was titled Detail on ESPN3, and she said, I constantly watch that, not just for the moves that I am doing, but how the defense is playing as well. I pick it apart. I look at how I can do different things in the paint. Those things, she said, constantly is going through her mind, the words of Kobe Bryant.
Not a bad soundtrack to have in your mind.
Great coaches, one of the great supporters of women's basketball way before it became the only thing to do. And what a loss, not just for the basketball community, obviously for all that he did, and certainly missed to this day, but great influence on other players like Julie Wood and of course with feet. Collier has 10 of Minnesota's last 12 points, too.
That's detail for you.
Minnesota gave it away. Carrington ran in to Collier. No foul was called, but at least Connecticut got points on that trip.
Bree Jones now has a double-double with 14 and 10. She's just been really good around the rim, cleaning up garbage.
And Carrington ran into Atlanta Smith. And the foul is on Carrington.
Carrington, I get it. You're blowing up your screen. She's going to give a little extension, though, here. And that's pretty easy for an invisible call. If the game has been visible, I understand why she's having a conversation with Tierra Cruz. I get it. But as soon as you extend trying to clear the screen, it really usually doesn't go your way.
McBride. Piece of Collier. Whether they're up by 15, 25, or down by 25, still that same effort.
She's played 30 minutes in today's ball games. Remember, coming into this one, through the 6 playoff games, she'd only sat for 15 minutes.
Now it was on Burton. Nafisa Collier started these playoffs with a bang. Back-to-back games against Phoenix, 38 and 42 points respectively, the 2 highest scoring games of any player in these 2024 playoffs.
I mean, it's clear when she's on the floor, they are better. But statistically, the Lynx actually scored 37.5 more points per 100 possessions when she is on the floor compared to when she isn't. I mean, she's an engine, not just in terms of scoring, but defensively what they're able to do.
The Brown forced the turnover that time. Williams almost lost it. Collier, as always, calling for the ball. Williams, body. Gets a shot to go here in the second half.
She told us, it was a game 2 or after game 3, she told us she's working on that three-point shot. It's becoming a part of her repertoire. She's knocked out 2 today. Excuse me, 3. I apologize. I missed it.
Jones draws a foul.
Courtney Williams. Well, you know her as a mid-range menace, but from behind the arc today, 3 for 3. And her teammate, Ms. Golly, loving it for sure.
Last foul was on Alana Smith. Upcoming WNBA Finals, it's coming day after tomorrow, Thursday on ESPN Game-1. The winner tonight playing at New York at 8 Eastern Time, and then ABC has your Game 2 at 3 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday. Go to WNBA.com and the WNBA app. They will have all of your updated information. Schedules as we roll along. The finals, like the semis, will be a best of 5. New York 0 for 5 in finals, including last year. There's Williams again.
Very comfortable attacking on that right side of the floor and finishing. She has scored or assisted 35 points in today's contest so far. And counting, I should clarify.
With her 6 assists and 22 points. Another block. Minnesota with a comfortable 76-57 lead as we take a break. Courtney Williams coming alive the last couple of trips.
ESPN's coverage of the 2024 WNBA playoffs is presented by Google Pixel, the only phone engineered by Google, and in part by Gatorade, Is It In You, and Nike.
While you were away, there were some developments. Lots and lots of developments. Fortunately, you live in a world where DoorDash can come to your rescue. Your door to a peaceful home. Your door to more. DoorDash.
If you want to stand for something greater, you have to run, jump, fall, and get back up again. To show that when you stand for something, it will stand forever. Gatorade. Is it in you?
While you were away, there were some developments. Lots and lots of developments. Fortunately, you live in a world where DoorDash can come to your rescue. Your door to a peaceful home. Your door to more. DoorDash.
This is what joint pain looks like when you keep moving with Aleve. Just one Aleve, 12 hours of uninterrupted joint pain relief. Aleve, strength to last 12 hours.
Welcome to Stormy Heights, where the windows are always Pella. Pella's fiberglass is the strongest material for windows and patio doors. The fiberglass frame is even scratch and dent resistant. Pella windows, tested for extremes, designed for your home.
This starts here, and this is what we know. Here come the Wildcats.
Yeah, that's how I
Travis Hunter, one of the most dynamic players
Should be a lot of fun, crucial in the Big 12 race.
This copyrighted telecast of WNBA Enterprises may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise used in any form without the express written consent of WNBA Enterprises.
Time now to take a look at what fans have been searching for, brought to you by Google. And searches are spiking over 250% for Lynx championships. And there's Wnba, who was a part of all 4 of the championships. Her number 13 in the Raptors here. In 2017, the last title, and the last time they even got to the finals.
A terrific, obviously she's in the Hall of Fame, but if you ain't had a chance to see Wnba play, just an outstanding point guard, tremendous command of the game, could score, obviously was an epic facilitator, a part of the legacy here in Minnesota.
And a Minnesota native from Hutchinson, west of the Twin Cities. I'm predicting that number 24 will be joining all those numbers up there.
I think that's pretty safe to say.
Burton. Williams got a hold of her on that. Let's take a look at what Collier did and some history.
Yeah, so Wnba Collier just getting to her spots. Her release is so high and beautiful off her jump shot. With that basket, she becomes the first player in WNBA history with 25 points and 10 rebounds in 3 consecutive playoff games. Oh my goodness.
No one else has ever done that. He stands alone. Let's take a break.
I'm Candace Parker, Kelsey Plum, Skylar Diggins-Smith, Dejanay Carrington, Cameron Breen. If I had to describe myself in one word on the court, it would be menace.
When you're on the court, nothing else matters.
Me on the court is fired.
I'm just ready to go to work.
I want my legacy to be that I left the game in a better place. Everybody is wearing sticks.
Welcome to this year's championship game. This is the big one.
With Amex Gold, you can enjoy over $400 back in dining value annually. So you can raise the bar on game night. That's the powerful backing of American Express.
Stomach? Iberogast. Indigestion? Iberogast. Bloating? Iberogast. Thanks to a unique combination of herbs, Iberogast helps relieve 6 digestive symptoms to help you feel better. 6 digestive symptoms, the power of nature. Iberogast.
People always say,
It is what it is.
until it isn't. Remember before AI when you had to type to search? And when you couldn't ask your phone to do this?
Put these restaurants on a map.
Huh. What about taking a photo and reimagining it? Man, remember when all phones pretty much did the same stuff? Until they didn't. Get the all-new Google Pixel 9 Pro phones at googlestore.com.
What a wonderful atmosphere. Wnba Collier doing some things that we've never seen in this league. Brilliant for this whole series.
I mean, honestly, PBZ, do you want it on the block, right? Fade away. Do you want some in transition? Finish it through the contact. Now, if you want, you can get you some from the three-point line, too. More than benevolent in terms of giving out these buckets today is Wnba Collier. I saw a sign here in the arena, phenomenal, which I thought was nice. Add an extra E to phenomenal.
The number, including the blocks, the defensive player of the year in this league, second in MVP voting to Asia Wilson. And we talked to her earlier in the series, and she said, you know what, I would much rather be finals MVP because that more than likely means we're going to win a title, and that's what she's concentrating on.
And you can tell, we asked Maisha Hines-Island, who is the lone player on this Lynx roster who has achieved the championship in 2019 with the Washington Mystics, we asked her about the similarities that she sees here compared to that Mystics team, and she's like, it's the culture, and it is a byproduct of what both Shell has established and the types of players that she has brought to this organization that get it and want to win and fight alongside and with one another.
Now we're having a jump ball because Minnesota challenged the personal foul that was called on Courtney Williams. Their challenge was successful, so take that foul away from Courtney. Burton left alone. Way too much on that 3 attempt.
Burton was on her toes. She didn't shoot that with confidence.
Not known for her three-point shooting. Only hit 13 during the regular season. Picked up after Dallas Cutter. Pryor and Thomas, 2 of the best. Carrington brought the double. Williams a little bit of a fake. And Lana Smith comes away with it. Here come the Connecticut Sun. Bonner from one of her favorite spots on the floor gets the 3.
Now, Joanna Bonner, Big Shot Bonner, she's called, has the ability to hit those threes. I am curious, though, about what Coach Sherry's strategy will be as the finals will get underway on Thursday. And her squad has, I won't call it a comfortable lead, but it would be a pretty impressive comeback if Connecticut were to get this done.
Up by 16 right now. Bonner 2 in a row, yes!
All right.
They can shoot themselves back in it.
No rest for the weary just yet.
So the lead is diminishing a little bit. So a timeout has been taken by Minnesota, but Bonner with a couple of threes.
Yeah, two threes from the same side of the floor. Just coming in, jab step, one dribble, pull up. Even if Courtney Williams was in front of her, she gives up a notable amount of size to the 6'4" Joanna Bonner. Now, Angel has reported throughout this series about Joanna Bonner understanding how she sets the tempo for this team. She's been in a number of Game-5 positions, obviously tremendous in terms of playoff scoring, playoff experience. If anybody's going to lead the way down the stretch, you more than likely think it would be her.
Yes, and Joanna Bonner, 37 years of age, in her 15th year in the WNBA, won a couple of titles with Phoenix. Only Diana Taurasi, her former teammate, has scored more points in the playoffs than she has, but she's an unrestricted free agent, as is Alyssa Thomas. They are, of course, a power couple in the league. And you have to wonder what the future will hold next year for those players. Breezy Jones, also an unrestricted free agent, and this Connecticut Sun.
Yeah, Stephanie White made no bones about it in terms of the urgency of this moment for the Connecticut organization. In addition to it being a win or go home scenario, exactly what you just mentioned, Pam. How long will this core remain together?
It's been such a successful franchise, getting to 4 finals, their 6th straight semifinal, but still without a title.
If you're the Lynx, you got to be smart about time and score here and be very strong with the basketball.
Connecticut coming out trying to take the ball away, but they draw a foul. It's Minnesota.
That is a terrific demonstration of both time and score and being strong with the basketball. Kayla McBride, who really went cold offensively in that 3rd quarter, getting it going. She and Nafisa Kylie are working at the top of that key, making the read off of the screen, and K-Mac getting into the paint.
Bryant, the veteran, talked about this team, and it was interesting. We talked to her earlier on. She was on the club that was 0-6 last year. She said we became tight-knit, trusting the coaches. Only 5 Minnesota Lynx players from last year are on this team. As Burton hits the 3, and right now they're about 3 minutes away from the finals. A 9-2 run to break into that comfortable lead. Ooh, just saved by McBride. Shot clock winding down. McBride's got to fire away. Kayla McBride comes up huge.
Ooh, that's a Killer K moment.
Carrington attacking quickly to get 2 of it back. Carrington, 15 points, all of them in the second half. Tatum McBride.
Golly, Pee-Weezy. Connecticut's playing great defense. They're trying to make a push late in the ballgame. Shot clock's down to 5, and just the handle, the crossover, and then just enough confusion because who the piece of color there guys to the paint hard.
And Heidemann lays it in. It's the lead back to 15. Harris counters. But obviously Connecticut with just 2 minutes left to go, they need stops.
I mean, they've been able to find offense in the second half, but defensively just not enough consistency being able to string stops together.
Collier. Fouled by Bonner on the baseline jumper. Made a second on Bonner. Collier. 26 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 blocks, and a steal. That's good, right?
What's the category that's left off then? That's what you call a full house on a box score.
SportsCenter is following us with Shea Cornett and Michael Eaves. They will be talking with the star of the game from this contest. I'm thinking it might be Fee, just thinking. The Jets owner on the firing of their head coach.
What is this last one?
Diafo was a meltdown in Shanghai. Another DMV guy.
Oh, what's the ring about? Oh, dear.
Check it out on SportsCenter after the game.
Oh, keep it together.
Carrington, what a second half for her. She's got a double-double in the game. She has 8 rebounds and 15 points in this half.
Still very early in DJ Carrington's career. Certified as a defender, was in the running for Defensive Player of the Year. I really like the aggressiveness she's shown, not just through this series, but this season in terms of continuing to develop her game. That 3-point shot is going to be an area of growth for her, but she seems like she's up to the challenge for sure.
12 rebounds matches her career high. Carrington had started 3 games in her career before this year, her 4th in the league. She's a full-time starter for Stephanie White. Finally healthy. And dealt with that foot injury last year where she was not healthy at all, and boy, has had a couple of ACL surgeries earlier in her career, 6 surgeries in all before the age of 25. But there you see, most improved, all defensive first team, the only guard on the first team, all defensive squad. Williams takes a couple of deep breaths. 24 points. Season high 24. And 22 is a regular season high a couple of times this year. Coming over from Chicago, as did Alana Smith. Ty Harris started this game hot, now has 12 points, that's her second 3. Lead is 11 as we hit a minute to go. And Harris steals it. Connecticut not going away quietly, but Harris just lost it out of bounds.
I will say that the decision-making a little bit in this sport on both sides, as far as turnovers specifically. Both teams are a little loose for the basketball.
So Collier goes out of the game, and just about everybody, if not everybody in this building, is on their feet. McBride gets a big hug from Fee. Alyssa Thomas checking out of the game. Is this her last game in a Sun uniform, along with Bonner What a tandem they have been for this franchise. Courtney Williams goes out, 24 points, 7 assists, and a couple of steals. Minnesota Lynx with a couple of key pickups in Smith and Williams. Bill McBride said to us earlier in the series, we're all a bunch of outcasts, a bunch of weirdos who got together and made it work.
She means weirdos, of course,
in a good
affectionate term.
Yes, and she includes herself.
Absolutely, because it's true. So many of these players were in other places and let go for one reason or another. But they come together here in Minnesota and are on the brink of returning to the finals for the organization's 5th trip.
They're going for their 5th title. This will be their 7th final. They won 4 titles in their previous 6. And they're going to take
in any condition.
7-year absence. Cheryl Reed's Minnesota Lynx team is headed back to the finals. We'll see them in Brooklyn on Thursday. Steph White and his son, what a year they had, but they fall short. Forced to Game 5 with a terrific second half in Game 4. And Lisa Collier, magnificent player. I'm so happy. How about we get to see them in the finals? We get Sabrina, we get Stewie. It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be a great finals. 2 terrific head coaches in Sandra Bondell and Cheryl Reed matching up in terms of the X's and O's. You've got a really, really great defensive squad in the Minnesota Lynx and a Liberty team that has really turned it up defensively throughout this postseason. I mean, 2 members of the all-defensive first team, and Afisa Collier and Brianna Stewart will be going head-to-head. It'll be tremendous guard play. The three-point line will be highlighted all over the place. This is going to be a really thrilling matchup.
New York lost in the finals last year to Las Vegas. They're back for the 2nd straight year, but they're going to have to deal with the Afisa Collier. Here she is with it.
You guys are headed back to the finals for the first time since 2017. Going back to last year, the 06 start. Only 5 players returned. To do that with this group isn't easy. It means so much. I said we were going to have such a group is. We can do big things, and now we're going to and you're pretty special yourself. This all the time. It's phenomenal. Look at you. You made history in this game, passing Cynthia Fowles for the most 20 and 10 games, and also 3 consecutive games with 25 and 10. When you think about the work that you put in, when you think about everything in your goals going into this moment, what stands out?
Just getting there. I mean, just doing whatever it takes to win the game. This is a really hard series. Connecticut's a great team. Credit to them. We got to Game 5. It's not easy. So just going out there, relying on my team and doing what we can to win.
It's a very quick turnaround as well. Your next game on Thursday in New York. A team that you beat 3 out of the 4 times that you've seen them, even in the Commissioner's Cup as well. What do you like about your odds going into this matchup?
Yeah, I think regular season doesn't mean anything. They're an amazing team. We want to lead, but we're 2. We're right behind them. So I think it's going to be a great series. Great basketball. 2 amazing teams. 2 teams both with great players competing.
It's been phenomenal watching yourself.
Phenomenal, to say the least, for Minnesota. It will be a great final. The 2 best teams during the regular season will be meeting in the...
And there you have it, and there you heard it. The 2 best teams, 1 and 2. New York number 1 for the regular season. Minnesota right behind them at number 2. We should say Minnesota have beaten New York, I think, in every game in the regular season. I mean, and beaten them badly. So this is going to be a great series. Like Fee said, the postseason, especially the championship, is far different than the regular season. But I think it's going to be a great series. If Minnesota can bring their defense and not kind of fade in the second half like they tend to do, they've done that in a couple of series. But if they can get that together, if their coach can get that together, yeah, New York is going to have a fight on their hand. You guys know Minnesota has been my dark horse for winning it all, so I look forward to it. Let's look at some of the numbers. Let's see who did what tonight to get Minnesota there. So we're going to start with Minnesota first, since they came away with the win. Where's my box score? Nafisa Collier. Let's start with her. I'm going to put it up so you guys see it. 27 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal. And look at this, guys. 4 blocks. 4 blocks. 6 of 8 from the free throw, 1 of 2 from 3. Courtney Williams was playing insane in the first half. Kind of cooled in the second half, but she finished with 24 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, a block, 3 of 3 from three-point line, and perfect from the free throw line, 3 of 3. Kayla McBuckets have showed up in the last 2 games, and last 3 games actually. Maybe the fourth game not so much, but she's really come alive because in those first series she was not there. Finished with 19 points and has been very aggressive too. I like to see that in Kayla. 19 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal. She was 3 of 9 from the 3-point line. Missed her 2 free throws. Elena Smith, 7 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steals, 2 block. Heiderman, 7 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. Bridget Carlton, she's usually a big deal, but she wasn't a big deal in this game, but they didn't really need her to be. She had 2 points, 2 rebounds, 2 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Heiderman's 2 points as well. Let's look at Connecticut. I don't know what happened, but this series has been like that, where one team would really like show up and beat the brakes off the other team, and then the next game it would be the other team that's beating the brake off of them. But anyways, Connecticut, the high score for this game was Dejanay Carrington. Dejanay Carrington did not have a bucket, not one single point. Not just a bucket, but not one single point in the first half, and came out with so much energy. I wished her team could have matched her energy. I still think Minnesota would have won the game, but it would have been much closer if her team could have matched her energy in the second half. She finished with 17 points, a double-double, 17 points, 12 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 steals, and a block. Brianna Jones, another double-double, 16 points, 10 rebounds, 3 blocks. Big shot DeWanna Bonner, 14 points. Didn't have the best night, but she did what she could. 14 points, 8 rebounds, 1 steal. Ty Harris, 12 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 steal. I think Marina Mabry hurt her ankle in the first half. Didn't have a good game at all. I don't believe I saw her in the second. Anyway, she ended it with 8 points. Alyssa Thomas, this is very uncharacteristic for her. She did not have she chose this game to have her worst game of the series. 7 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists. Veronica Burton had 3 points, and that's kind of all she wrote for them. Minnesota won it 88-77. We will see Minnesota Lynx face off against the New York Liberty in Game 1 of the championship on Thursday. So less than 48 hours kind of turnaround. But we'll be here, and hopefully you can join us. Thank you guys for watching and hanging out with us. See you on Thursday.